The gun issue is very complicated. To what extent should people be allowed to possess weapons? Some people pretend to believe in an unrestricted right to keep and bear arms. But nobody actually believes this. Nobody would be fine with their neighbour having a weapon of mass destruction. A barrel of mustard gas, a deadly disease, a nuclear howitzer. Obviously, the right to keep and bear arms should not be totally unrestricted. Certain reasonable limits need to be put in place. It is just a matter of where we draw the line. It should be noted that my views on this issue depend on the country involved. The United States is unique. Gun control is culturally and electorally less viable in the United States than in other nations. And the prevalence of guns in the United States makes any sort of significant gun control unviable. The United States is so saturated with guns that you will never get rid of half of them. And the large number of guns makes more people want them, making restrictions even harder to put in place. I am not a big fan of restrictive gun laws, but I do believe in reasonable restrictions on who can access guns. But I do not believe in overly restrictive standards on what kinds of guns are available. The sad truth is that a lot of people own guns, and many of the people who own guns are dangerous. They are criminals, political extremists, or deranged bloodthirsty psychos. Many dangerous people have guns and always will. Wanting some form of protection is totally understandable. Gun ownership is a cycle. The more people own guns, the more people want guns. The more common guns become, the more necessary they become. The biggest issue with guns is that people are fundamentally impulsive. Guns do not mix well with human impulse. Guns make both suicide and murder easier than ever before. And human impulse becomes more deadly than ever before. Guns are not in of themselves a problem, but they do significantly amplify existing problems. Guns make simple impulses incredibly dangerous, because guns make extreme action incredibly easy. That is the problem with guns. How do we maintain guns while addressing the danger of impulse? A solution that has been advocated by many is community armories. Have community armories where people can store their guns. Local organisations where people can go to access their weapons. This means they can use them for hunting and community defence without having to worry about the threat posed by their own impulses. This also keeps the guns away from people. This keeps the guns away from children who may hurt themselves on accident. This keeps the guns away from criminals who may try to steal them. Community armories are a smart approach that allows people to have guns with fewer risks involved. Obviously, this means guns are not as readily available for home defence, but many would argue that the safety benefits are worth it. And you can take them from the armory and to your home if you have a reason to believe you are in danger. There is no perfect solution to gun issues. Guns are dangerous, they mix badly with our impulsive nature. But certain actions can mitigate the risks. Ultimately, guns amplify existing issues. Guns would be far less of a problem if more was done to address criminality and mental illness. The gun issue is complicated. I invite you to share your thoughts with me in the comments section.